Today, we're on the phone with Coach Ed Mathey, head coach at North Central College. He took over the Cardinal program this January and turned it into the CCIW regular season champion. I actually know Coach Mathey very well from my time coaching with him up at Northern Illinois University. First, Coach, thanks for taking some time today. I know you're out on the road recruiting this summer. And it really means a lot to spend some time here for us and our kids talking about recruiting.
Oh, no problem, Jason. Thank you for asking me, and it's good talking with you always.
Absolutely. So just give us a little insight into how the 2015 season went.
We had a great year. It was good. We were 26-16 overall. It took us a little while to. We had a tough early season schedule, and it took us a little while to kind of figure out some things. But once, I think at one point in time, we were sitting at 8-9, and so to finish 26-16 shows that we turned things around. We had a great group of kids, and winning the CCIW is no easy task, the regular season title. So, unfortunately, we fell a little bit short at the conference tournament and fell a little bit short with getting an at-large bid into the NCAA tournaments, but all in all, still a historic season for North Central baseball.
Absolutely. CCIW, traditionally one of the best conferences in D3, so that's definitely a great way to start off your second run as head coach at North Central. Now, you were at D1 Northern Illinois for many years prior to joining up with North Central again. In your experience, and you've got a very unique experience having been a head coach at D1 and D3, what's a big positive for Division III, the recruiting process, and just the overall experience those student athletes get at D3 programs?
I think the biggest thing that I'm seeing is that, in today's recruiting world, you have a little bit more time to figure some things out at the Division III level, meaning that kids are probably making their decisions into their senior year, the more traditional recruiting timeline. A lot of kids are being pressed to make decisions when they're freshmen and sophomores in high schools at the Division I level, and I just don't know if they're well equipped to handle everything that they need to think about. So, kids being seniors really helps them get perspective on what it is they want to do, what level they'd like to be at, what size school they'd like to be at, all those little intangibles that I believe make for a positive experience in college.
It's a big decision, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it is. It's a huge decision, absolutely.
Yep, and that time can definitely help. I was in that boat. I played D3 baseball, for those listening who don't know, and I think that extra time really helped me find the right place to get my education and continue my playing career. Now, in terms of recruiting, Coach, I know talent is big on everyone's list, but what are one or two other aspects or attributes in kids that you look for on the baseball field?
Obviously, the baseball skill set is what attracts you to kids. Then you start watching and you see how they're able to play the game, if they have knowledge of the game and a baseball IQ out there on the field. But then you look for guys that are trying to figure out ways to win on the field, trying to figure out ways to win with their teammates. I think that's a huge component with it. And then you get your academic set, and you try to find the mixes that fit with your academic institution.
Absolutely. And right along those lines, academics, how important are the academics of recruits for you with North Central College?
I tell you what, I think they're important with any school that you go to, because you know what, the business is still education. I know a lot of people dress it up as a precursor to minor league baseball or professional baseball, but really the business is still education. You've got to be able to get it done in the classroom, whether you're at Division I, II, III, or NAIA, you need to be able to get it done in the classroom. Guys that handle that have better time management skills, and they seem to just have things in perspective, and they're ready to go. But for the Division III schools, the higher academics kids are, and this actually applies to Division I's, is you can wind up getting academic money on top of any athletic scholarships at Division I's or II's, and that's a way to help pay for college, helps a way to make things more approachable for families. Absolutely.
Maximize the financial aid of it. I picked the D3 over some D2 offers, and it was the best financial option, and I wasn't a 4.0 student. That's for sure.
No, exactly. I mean, if we a lot of times if we can get our financial package below state school costs, now all of a sudden it becomes a little bit more affordable, and people are surprised by that, but they need to let the process run its course.
Absolutely, and that's how programs like North Central turn into traditional winners, and others in the CCIW and other D3s, across the country, they can still be very competitive against D1s and D2s. When it comes to finances, I think families definitely have some shock when they learn about experiences like mine and others that are out there.
And for a lot of kids too, if you look at the size of the smaller schools, when you're in a classroom setting, you a lot of times you'll have actual professors or teaching the classes as opposed to GAs or TAs, and I think that's a benefit too.
It's huge having that personal connection. From my experience, I can still walk back on Aurora, and I know Dr. Westfield would recognize me. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing now, but that relationship was definitely strong when I was a student athlete, and it definitely helped out too. And then one last thing, Coach, because I know you're out on the road. You've been there a couple months now with North Central, off to a very good start. Where do you see the Cardinal program in 3 years?
Well, I tell you, one of the reasons that attracted me to come back was the chance to win conference championships and regional championships and be in the mix on a regular basis. I think we've got the resources to do that, and looking forward to that opportunity. We've got a great group of kids, a great coaching staff, and a great administration. So those things all pan out for us, I think, in the long run.
It's a good mix. Usually leads to a lot of good opportunities, and winning championships at any level is what everybody should be striving for. D1 through junior colleges, get out there and win. That's the experience that student athletes should be striving for. But Coach, thanks again. Really appreciate your time. I know you're super busy this summer, but best of luck on the recruiting trail, and go Cardinals.
Absolutely, Jason. Thank you again. It was great talking to you as always.